Hey Commanders, today we're going to do Fight the Storm at a low level, fighting with minimal traps. This is a companion to Trapping the Storm. We start at the build stage. To keep time down, I've already placed the Atlas when we come in here. Alright, there's our Atlas. And we're going to do a simple pyramid and trap the sides. I do skip a bit in here because I went off, rescued survivors, built a radar tower, did some farming. So we're on a ledge here. That puts some people off. Don't let it. Complete your build and we'll finish it up in a second here. Usually I lay floor first and I may regret this, but we'll get our pyramid built. Alright, so I use the pyramid when fighting because you can stand on top of it and see everything. You can see the lobbers before they start lobbing, and you can see pretty much anything. Yeah, there's where I regretted it. Alright, so just drop a floor in. I'm also going to take these stairs out. Don't give husks a path right to your Atlas, and that's what those stairs are. Maybe nothing would come of it. Probably a husk would find it and go that way, and if you got all the way to the Atlas, they'd all start going that way. We don't want that. And we can hear somebody out there making noise, so they'll no doubt visit. Oh yeah. Got a sheriff here somewhere. There he is. My shots hurt more than his. Alright, then we're gonna upgrade everything. She's gonna take a potty break, or I am, one of the two. This is where I skipped. I have upgraded everything. I have placed traps on the sides. That's all the traps I use, is 4 of them for the sides. And we're gonna kick this off.
That's enough blue glow.
You can put a trap on the top too, because that's where they're likely to head. I did not. You can see where the husks are going to spawn from up here. There's a set to the right, and there's a set straight ahead. And we will keep an eye on both, because they will sneak around here if you let them. And then you're fighting a whole bunch up close. You don't want to, they leave acid pools, which for close combat is not good. So we want to take them out there so they destroy the pavement, not us. Alrighty. Well, we got somebody sneaking up here. One of them got through our traps. A lot more will before 8 minutes is up, I assure you. So as you get higher levels, this gets harder. Your weapons get more powerful, but so do the husks, and there are a lot more husks than there are weapons. So that's where defenders come in handy, and you know, we could lay some traps out, not kill traps, but slow traps like floor spike, wooden floor spikes, to slow them down so we have more time to shoot them. I'm going to airstrike. By all means, use the stuff you have. I have airstrike and adrenaline rush, and then for my soldier ability, and I only have one at this level, I have shockwave, and we'll use that before this is done, no doubt. I tend to keep my abilities in reserve because it's going to get bad at some point. It's kind of the point of the game. So we could have laid wooden floor spikes all over out here to slow them down so we had more time to shoot them. And we could have laid half walls down so they had to move around them, and that would have, you know, not a blocking half wall, just a half wall here and then a space and then another half wall. Just to make them move back and forth, which slows them even more. But for this lower level, I didn't think I needed it, and I've got a decent sniper, as you can see. I'm one-shotting most things. And some are getting to our traps, and that's fine. That's why the traps are there, as kind of a last ditch. Well, I didn't get you shot, so I'll kill you here before you get to the top. Some will get to the top. We'll probably have several bouts of chase them off the top before they break through. The reason I like the top is if they break through it, they fall right in. And that's a horrible, I mean, I don't know if you've ever had one where a bunch of them were on the top when the top broke. Your objective takes damage like mad, almost immediately. And so far so good, and we're almost halfway done. Breakbeat's pretty good with a sword. Oh, I froze. Freezing is bad in these situations. Now a bunch of them got up here all of a sudden because they were moving while I was stuck still. But well, luckily it wasn't a game-ending freeze. Alright, so 8 minutes is a long time to run a defense, but as you can see, it's not overly onerous yet. My experience is they come in waves, and some waves will be worse than others. And when I say waves, I don't mean waves like you see in SSDs. I mean, a bunch will spit out, and then it'll slow down a little bit, and then a bunch will spit out again. So, and one of these times, the bunch will be a bunch of huskies, or sheriffs, or usually sheriffs and pitchers mixed. And that's what we got here with sheriffs and pitchers mixed. At really high levels, this really isn't a viable defense in and of itself. You can do something similar, but you do have to kill some with traps. You just can't shoot. There's one of you and a whole lot of husks, and the number of husks goes up as level goes up, which makes it a lot harder. If you have a Teddy build, you can use Teddy like a spare person, and you can throw down defenders, and they'll help you, but even all of that, at some point fighting just becomes a non-option without trapping, some serious trapping. And I won't say where that point is, it really depends on your playstyle. Some people are much better at fighting than me, some people are much better at trapping than me, so I use a combination of both and pass most everything. Oh no, Mr. Sheriff, you can't shoot me. Just one-shotting these boys away. Goodbye. Oh, he survived. Sheriffs are a little tougher. Boom. Hey, we're less than 2 minutes, and we haven't had a serious threat yet. And that's the way you want it to be. I mean, some people really like to have a threat. I'll have one sooner or later in each defense. I'm not in a rush to get it started. Oh, my trap wore out. Well, I only have a minute and a half left. I think I'm okay. We do have a lot of guys here, but that's okay. I'm going to focus on the ones that can knock me, because I can't defend anything if I'm not. There goes my shockwave, and as you saw, that just cleaned the top out. That's what we want, right? We don't want a bunch of them on the top when it goes, so shockwave took care of that for me. And I tell it to heal just to be safe, but we're down 45 seconds. I mean, they could still win this, but it's unlikely at this point. If there were a lot more of them here, I'd be worried, but there aren't. There are a lot of them here for this level, but not so many that they're likely to break through and do serious damage to the Atlas. Man. We do not do treasure in this one. When this is done, we are done. So I will thank you in advance for watching, because we're running out of time here. This is how you defend the Atlas. As you go up levels, just add more traps. And that'll be it. Like and subscribe if you got anything out of this. And thank you for watching. Victory! Mr. Mean Raindrop, gone.